Yo, this is Anthony London.
And Ronnie Tuesno.
And you have it, Mindset Therapy, Real Talk Podcast on this beautiful Wednesday.
Ooh, is it beautiful?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, man. And I just thank God for this platform. I thank God for giving us another opportunity.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You know, present what we have to share our personal trials and tribulations with you guys, and maybe we can help someone somewhere
somehow
make it to see another day.
Yes. Change of, you might be going through something and have something that's bothering you, and you got bad thoughts in your head. We want to just give you some inspirational words where you can just change your thoughts.
Words of encouragement, words of words of comfort.
Right.
Someone can say, well, I'm not the only one on this island. I'm not the only one going through this.
Right.
Oh, guess what?
What?
I'm not by myself.
Oh, no.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're not alone. You're not alone.
Because I remember in my worstest times, I used to be thinking I was an alien. Like I was the only one going through what I'm going through. I was the only one having these racing thoughts. I was the only one fighting these demons. I was the only one doing the things I was doing, and it kept me alienated. So I couldn't ask for help. I couldn't reach out to get no help.
Right. But look at you. You went through the process, and you analyzed the situation. God gave you the tools to work with to come out of that little defensive wall that you was in, that darkness that you was in at the time, and God made a way.
Yep, it's a very dark place too.
It's very dark, man.
Depression is something that you don't want to play with.
Oh no.
Depression is something that will kill you in a matter of. But depression is so slick and sneaky. You will face depression, and depression will make something else creep up behind you and kill you, like high blood pressure. Depression brings on cancer. Depression brings on heart disease. Depression brings on all these sickness that you never would see coming, because you so focused on your depression, you're not looking at nothing else. You're not paying attention to these signs that your body is giving you.
Right.
Man, it's real.
Right. It don't discriminate. It don't discriminate. Like you said, it creep up on you before you know it, because your mind is so focused on what you're going through, and it's right there. He gonna sneak up behind you, and bam, there you go. Stress, heart attacks, aneurysm. It's a slow process. It's a slow death.
Real slow process. Well, today, folks, we'll be talking about pushing past the pain. This episode is real personal to me. This episode, pushing past the pain, I danced around it for a long time. We have recorded many podcasts. I mean, we've been doing pretty good in our consistency of doing our podcast. Not that we can't do them live. We really do them live, but we record them in our system after a few hours, then put it out.
Right.
Because you always want good content. You always want to put out. We put out. It's just like fresh produce. You know what I'm saying? You want to clean the produce first, right, before you put it out. You put out fresh produce, but if it coming fresh out the field and onto the display, you might have bugs. You got
to make sure it's clean.
All kind of dirt from the the leaves, and no, you want to take the fresh produce, wash them off, get them clean, then put them out. So that's a metaphor in what we do with our podcast.
Right. We have to go through the proper chain of commands.
Yeah.
That way we know that, like you said, we have to analyze it and make sure that everything we're putting out that would help you guys, and just being cautious and mindful of what we do on it.
Not that we're not sensitive,
no.
But we understand that this is a family friendly show. So we don't want to be on here cursing and saying derogatory things, degrading our sisters, our mothers, our
And we don't do that. Outside of this, and on our daily conversations, we don't even carry ourselves like that.
That's why it comes natural
Right.
for us not
Exactly.
to do it,
So,
because I watch some shows. I have a lot of shows I watch. I get a lot of, they go here. Sometimes they be trying not to do or say some of the things they say, but it's so natural to them because that's how they live and that's what they do. It comes out.
But the thing about it, like I tell folks, not judging, but a lot of times you got to consider the source. Not that saying that hey, I'm human. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes, and I've grown from my mistakes. But I just try to be very cautious and mindful of what I say and do. It start off with, like we always say, start off with self. Have to take personal inventory of all situations, and we analyze it. And we analyze each other. So it's not like, hey, but we just want to put these inspirational words out here and just ask God to give us the wisdom, willpower, and the opportunity that we can touch someone, that the words that will marinate in your heart and mind, that you will get something out of our podcast. And that's our job. At the same
time, some people might look at us, look at the podcast and don't think it's inspirational. To each his own. It's cool.
Well, people look at it like, oh, look at him. All right.
But no, as long as you know it's real talk. Because it's going to be real talk till it get dark.
But the thing about it, we owe no man no explanation. In all due respect, see, God know our hearts and what we are trying to do. What we are doing and what we're going to do and what we're going to continue to do.
Don't think it can't get raw.
Or it can get raw and uncut.
Don't think we can't bring it there.
Because we've been there. We've been there and done that. But we
choose not
to humble ourselves.
You know better?
You do better.
Hey, this is Anthony London.
And Ronnie Tuesday.
We're about to break it down.
Mindset Derby, baby.
Look, man. This topic, pushing past the pain, man. I use it in my cash tags. It's a part of my business. It's a part of my slogan. It's a part of my identity. Is a part of who I am. Pushing past the pain is something that is near to my heart, but it is a topic and it is a subject, so we will talk about it. Pushing past the pain came from a lot of different scenarios, a lot of different life situations that happened to me back to back to back to back to back to back, and I wish that no one ever have to go through that, but it's life. Someone else will go through it one day.
Oh yeah,
someone else will experience what I experienced. So it's good that through God and Jesus Christ, I was able to understand and gather myself and know that I can push on to the next day, not knowing that this was going to happen again, gathering myself, pushing to the next day, not knowing it was going to happen again and again and again. But
He's preparing you.
He has
prepared you mentally, physically, and also, number one, spiritually. Because without the spiritual connection, it'd be like it'd be like a volcano will erupt.
It'll be rough.
But you have grown tremendously, my brother, because you shared a lot of life stories with me. And hey, man, if it wasn't for the grace of God, where would we both be? Not only from Him, from the prayers of not only that, from the prayers of our people that was constantly continuing to pray for us when we was going through this, the pain, to push past the pain, because the prayers, it helped us. That at the time, we wouldn't even realizing it, that if our people prayed for us,
that's right,
to help us push past the pain.
But see, it doesn't. Pushing past the pain doesn't happen automatically. No. It's not gonna happen just out the blue. You're gonna have to take some steps to prepare yourself to endure these adversities and endure these life situations that just occur because it is life. We all are born and when we are born, we are given a death date. So that I do understand more than ever now. But all that to say, you cannot do it through this world. You cannot do it only on human strength alone.
No.
It's impossible. You will not win. You will fall short every time. Spiritually, mentally, physically, you will fall short. So to make it easier for you, to make it easier for anyone that ever have to face this Goliath, you must have a connection to your higher power, whatever your higher power may be. I choose God through His Son Jesus Christ. You may choose a tree, a truck, a car, the sun, the universe, whatever. But know that God is people, places, and things.
Exactly.
So again, I choose no religion. I choose God, and I choose His Son, Jesus Christ. I don't choose Muslim. I don't choose Christian, but I choose God. Not saying God don't have nothing to do with all these things.
But that's your choice.
But my choice was,
and that's what worked for
dealing
you.
with Him,
and that's what have been working for you.
Yeah.
And so that's what we tell a lot of people. I mean, hey, they have all types of religions. Don't get me wrong. To each his own. Hey, but just like Brother London say, that's my choice also is God, and that's what's been working for me.
Yeah.
So I mean, you just have to analyze the situation and be very, like I say, be cautious. Hey, because when you pushing past this pain, man.
It's different parts that you go through.
Yeah.
Even when you pushing, when you get into the push stage, you have to rebuild yourself. You have to build up weapons. You have to get into the literature of the Word of God and see all the things that He have in His Word that prepare you for this push. You have to come into this push.
Right.
So you have to get the literature and read the stories and see that it is possible that you can push. All right, to push past is sustain. You have to sustain to push past something. So you must sustain. So you have to in the Word, you have to get in there and understand. Now, I'm not saying you preacher, no biblical scholar, but just for you, you have to understand. You have to read these things to your understanding,
and that's what
it will give you strength.
Right, and that's what it states. It
to get into the push past stage.
Right.
And the pain. When you're dealing with the pain, you have to have you really have to adapt the identity of Christ, because no one took pain like Jesus did.
No.
Even from the desert, when the devil was trying to tempt him to take all these presents he was trying to give him, he was in the human stage. He went through every human emotion possible. So God understand all the pain we will ever take. He understand it because He went through it. That was one of the reasons He came down to earth.
Right.
To go through the physical metaphor of the things that we've been through, the things that we would go through. So He could know.
Right. He sacrificed His own Son for us. Mm-hmm. So He sacrificed His own Son for us. I mean, it's a lot of situations that I've been in and, gone through. Man, it's like a maze. It's like a maze. But you have to have patience and tolerance. You have to feed yourself the information. The spiritual information. Like he was saying, go to the Bible if that's your choice, what it may be, and read and do the research and apply it according to your life. And another thing too, we have to learn how to tear our old foundations down and start reconstructing all over again. Because as we go through situations in life and as we go through things, pushing past the pain, that we'll take care of this, take care of that, and start rebuilding again and patching situations up. But that foundation is not going to be strong and solid. So one point, you just have to fall back and tear the whole foundation down and start rebuilding again.
That's right.
from scratch.
That's right. And all of it is a process. It's a process. It don't happen overnight.
No.
God didn't build the world overnight. You got to think about it. Even BC, before Christ, when God was, putting this beauty of a earth together, he needed different entities. He needed different beings to make it happen. He couldn't do it on his own, so he had to create things that will help him reach his goals of fulfilling what he wanted out of this earth. So they had people way before Christ that was talking about the Messiah. Thousands of years before Christ was even born, they had people of God that God chose to work through. Thieves, murderers, killers before Christ. And he chose to work through these people and turn and help them to see what he was trying to create and catch his vision.
Right.
And they spoke about this child being born way before he was born. And it's crazy because it's like deja vu. Because when Jesus came, it's like everything was starting all over again, but just with a stronger leader. And that was Christ, and he led selflessly. He led by serving. He led by his actions. He led, and if you want to take a look back, man, he one of the coolest dudes that ever walked this earth.
Right.
Because he was so humble in the way he carried himself, it just was a genius.
Exactly.
And in your heart, it's nothing but God. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because he was so, and then how he gave himself up to be sacrificed. It was just like,
I
man,
was just about to say that.
they had
You took it
angels
out of
on
my mouth. You
they
took
had
it out of
angels
my
on
mouth, man.
standby waiting to slaughter these cats. But he was like,
No, but when
they know how what they do.
Man, you took the words right out of my mouth. Sacrifice, and that's one of the main things. But he not only just sacrificed his life, before that he did so many other sacrifices.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
He did not have to do that, but he did it for us. That's why we have to. It always start off with self and at home. A lot of times, like I always say, hey, we cause our own storms. We cause our own pain.
Yep.
So we have to grow from situations and learn and keep it going, keep it pushing. Don't sit there and just wallow in your own mess. Keep it going. Keep it going and quit worrying about what folks say, because one thing I always know, certain people gonna always look at you as labeled as a drug dealer or whatever may have been your bad thing. But they can't never say, well, oh, this person had changed. But they gonna always look at you from that aspect.
Right.
That point. Always. It's just like you got a tag around your neck saying drug dealer or whatever, bad child. Don't worry about
see,
that.
that's gonna be all part of your roadblocks when you pushing past
the pain. And that's exactly
when
what
you
I say.
pushing past the valley of the shadow of death. If you really watch these podcasts and these episodes I spoke about, not stopping in the valley of the shadow of death.
Right.
But how I say, do I walk through? And a lot of people don't hear that. A lot of people just hear the valley of the shadow of death and they get stuck there. They stop right there on that block.
Stagnate.
They get stagnated and stop when God say, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? He didn't say, do I stop and stay there and chill and kick
and
it
look around
with your boy and them that stuck there too? No, man,
I'm going to keep it going.
That's why he said, this too shall pass. Right. You got to think about, man, we learning all this on the fly, yo. Right. We learning this like bop, bop, you know what I'm saying? But applying it, man, to our daily life, man. If it wasn't for God, man, I would have never made it through these seasons I just went through. Never.
Man, God give us the strength, the wisdom, willpower, and the knowledge to do this because, man, have we not gone through what we going through, would I be talking like this? You have to go through the pain. So I'm constantly pushing
but
past
just think
the pain.
about when we didn't even understand that we had to go through these things. We was like, man, look, I'm going to shoot my way out, man. I don't care. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But
it's still consequence behind it, the choices that we make.
But look, this the point I'm trying to make though. The thought pattern we had, it was reckless. It was reckless, and it's no one but God through His Son that can get us to change that thinking, just like that, and be like, man, what did we see? What did it take for us to change? But what I'm trying to say is, God been working on us. It ain't happen overnight.
No, because
from
straight out the womb.
When my brother got killed, my nephew got killed, and I was thinking back. I'm like, God been preparing me for this, because the little bitty things I went to seeing and understanding after the pain, He was preparing me for that. And I was just like thinking about, like, man, thank you, Lord. I was like,
but look what, like you said, back to back, you lost relatives back to back. He's not going to put nothing on you that you can't handle, that you can't bear. Believe that. I mean, I used to always hear the old folks say, oh, God ain't going to put on nothing that you bear, but sometimes not knowing no better, I used to be have questions, why this happened.
That's all right.
I didn't know no better. So now that I know better, and I do better, and I give God all honor and glory for that each and every day. And I thank Him every day. I thank Him for putting the positive people around me, like Brother London right here, and his wife and his kids. Because we learn, man, we learn from each other. The toxic people, that bleach and ammonia people, hey man, that's a bad mixture.
And then what's so cold-blooded, man, while you pushing past the pain, you find out some of them toxic people be your family members.
But that's the thing about it.
And you got to push past them.
But then again, hey, you got to cut them loose.
Brother Ronnie.
You got to cut
Brother
them loose.
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, early in the morning.
Brother Tuesday.
Yeah, man, but we gonna keep going pushing past this pain. Let me tell you something. Once you get past something else,
don't think nothing else ain't coming.
Don't drop your guards. Just keep on. Whatever you use, whatever tools, whatever got you past one situation, continue to do that. Keep your defensive walls up, your guards up, because the devil is coming. He's the author of confusion. He don't like the joy, the love, and the peace of mind. He hates it. So when you happy, be prepared, because he is coming.
Talk to me, brother.
Boy, you something there. Look at old boy there. Yeah, man, on serious tip, bro.
What he's saying is totally true. There's nothing, man. When one storm leave, be cocked, be ready, because guess what? Another one will swoop right in behind him and try to knock you out. And if you ain't ready with them guards up, like Dante, what my boy name is, man?
Oh, big hands.
Man, Dante, boop, took them licks and stayed on there and didn't fall. He staggered.
It's just like Job in the Bible, hey, that was one of God. Hey, man, this man loved God. Whew. And Lucifer come to God one day, trying to make it there. Hey, your servant Job. He said, yeah, that's my servant. And God had confidence in Job.
Yeah, he did.
He said, I'll tell you what, you can do everything except for killing. So Job was a very rich man. I'm going to make it very brief. Job had everything. He was very rich, wealthy, nice, beautiful family.
Land.
He had land, a lot of cattle and everything. Job lost it. He lost everything he had, and make a long story short,
he got six
souls, and with the losing his son, his family, and his wife came to him and said, Job,
she say?
Won't you just curse God and get it over with?
What Job said?
Oh, no. No. He didn't.
A soldier.
But as he kept
like
on,
Deontay Wilder,
he kept his faith, and guess what? God blessed him with 10 times as many things that he had before.
But guess what? He ain't blessed him with that same wife.
Well, no, but the thing about it, because she was what? Toxic. But the thing about it, my moral to this thing is,
pushed past the pain.
See, man, this dude here is just like, he pushed past the pain. All what he lost, and that was my motive to the story. He did not give up. He kept his faith. Even though he was sick, he lost everything. Hey, that's material things. And that's what a lot of folks got to quit doing. We got to quit getting caught up in so many of these material things like cars, houses, and money. God is a very jealous God. The God I serve is very jealous.
Yes.
So it's just like you worshiping an idol. You go to idolizing it. Oh no, indeed. So that's all a part about pushing past the pain.
I love this, man. I can sit here and listen to this cat all day.
We had to come with a part 2 with this.
Yeah, man. We're going to have to
we
come with
ran
a
out
part
of
2.
time. You know what I'm saying? And man, there's going to be a part 2 to pushing past the pain.
And they keep on hitting me. All right, I know we're going past our time. But, you know, man, when it's good, it's good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can't stop the flow of the word.
And that's it.
You know, so, hey, like I'm saying, man, we down to earth brothers, man. Ain't nothing the pedal can't push.
Right.
You feel me? So, you know, saying that, man, you know, pushing past the pain is so much more than what it sounds like. It's so much more than what it means. It's Psalms 23. Man, it can go on and on. You know, it's Job. You know, the book of Job. You know, it's so many different stories all rolled up into one, man. My story, his story. You know, it's no limit. But when you understand what pushing past the pain, the elements, what it really means, you know, it will be like, I get it now. I get it. The light will come on.
And you have stories that you can push past the pain. So you know what? Man, you know, we had Mindset Therapy. Man, if you want to call us, the number is 281-323-8393. 281-323-8393. You can let your fingers do the walking. Like I said, Mindset Therapy gonna do the talking.
And like I said, man, you know, us here at Mindset Therapy, man, you can get in touch with us, man. We're Umbrella. You know, we have different entities under our company. We have the credit repair. We have the motivational coaching. We have health and wellness products. You know, so you can contact us at the number. You can email us at mindsettherapy504@gmail.com. That's mindsettherapy504@gmail.com. Like I said, we have a whole entities, assortment of different products someone you know may need. So
it's other than the podcast, just hit us up, man.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
love. It's love.
We got a lot of positive things going on with this Mindset Therapy, man, and that's also connected with Mindset Therapy,
That's
man.
right.
But man, we just want to thank God for another opportunity to be able to give y'all some inspirational words, and I just want to give God all honor and glory for that. And man, I want y'all to have a blessed day, and remember, push past the pain. This is Ronnie Tuzno.
Anthony London, Mindset Therapy, Real Talk Podcast.
We love y'all.